BBC Books has recently released a new range of Doctor Who novelisations in the style of the old Target books from the 70s and 80s. Two of these have been penned by the show's former showrunners, Russell T Davies and Stephen Moffat. Having read Moffat's new take on The Day of the Doctor, I was very keen to see how RTD had reinterpreted Rose 13 years on. Like the rest of the new series Target books, Rose has a nice cover with a shiny Doctor Who logo and some very retro cover art by Anthony Dry. In terms of the story itself, out of the ones I've read so far in this range, it's more similar to Twice Upon a Time than The Day of the Doctor. The typeface isn't too small, the chapters are fairly short, and overall the book isn't too long. And as well as this, it's all told in third person. So, in short, it's one of the simpler, more easy to read and perhaps more accessible entries to the range. Because it is so basic though, I didn't really find it that compelling or engaging a read. This will depend on your own personal preferences though. I'm more of a Moffat fan myself than an RTD one. I'm more accustomed to his era and his style of storytelling. But that's not to say that this is a bad read, and definitely if you're a fan of RTD's era, you should enjoy this novelisation. It's very typical of his era, and it does definitely play to his strengths. There are lots of nice character moments, something that RTD is renowned for. There's backstory developed for the Tylers, for Mickey and his R&B playing gang, and in particular Clive Finch, whose obsession with the Doctor is more than justified by a reference to the classic era that will make any fan squee. Largely though, there aren't too many references to other Doctor Who stories. It's very self-contained, the character arcs have all been kind of condensed down, so development that would have happened to the characters throughout Series 1 has kind of been put in earlier here to make it a more rounded, self-contained piece. So for instance, Mickey's journey, Rose's journey, which is the real focus of the novel. I mean, it's no secret that the story is called Rose, but like The Day of the Doctor is the Doctor's story, this one is very much Rose's story. It starts with her and ends with her, and it's about her leaving behind her ordinary life and going to travel with the Doctor. There are also some bits from the draft scripts that have been reinstated, bits of spectacle that the original budget wouldn't have allowed for, making the autumn invasion of London even more spectacular and impressive. But really, it's the character moments that make this book special. It's that third-person style that allows you to go inside the heads of the characters and see what they're thinking. And they all feel very down-to-earth because RTD in particular is one of the Doctor Who writers that's just very good at making realistic, down-to-earth, relatable characters, you know. So that is the real strength of this novelisation, I think. It's not as radically different to the TV version as Moffat's The Day of the Doctor novelisation, and it's not as compelling or interesting in a sense, but the character moments do make this novel, and it's still a very good read, and very typical of RTD's era. So if you liked his era, do definitely pick this up. I'm sure you'll really enjoy reading it. And so that's another new series Target book added to my collection. Be sure to check out my reviews of The Day of the Doctor and Twice Upon a Time if you haven't already, and stay subscribed for some more in the future. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very soon for some more new Doctor Who content. Goodbye for now, guys.